Hey, it's Lee Hayward here from LeeHayward.com, and in this video clip I'm going to show you a lower body workout that focuses on training the squat and the deadlift. So the major muscle groups we're going to be training here are the legs, the lower back, and the abs. The first exercise in the workouts is low box squats. I have this set up here in a power rack, and I'm using an aerobic step for my box. And this one is set up for 12 inches high, which is just slightly below parallel for me. And when I squat down onto the box, one thing you'll notice is you can squat back further than you would if you were just doing, say, like regular squats without sitting on a box. In fact, the shins will actually lean back slightly, so they're actually past vertical here. And again, this would not be possible if you were doing regular squats because you would literally fall back over. But the benefit of doing this is that it works the hips, the hamstrings a lot more, and it actually places less stress on the knee joint. So that's one of the advantages of doing box squats. The next exercise that I'm moving on to is lying leg curls. This is a great exercise to really target the hamstrings. When I do this exercise, I try to lift as explosively and as hard as possible while still maintaining good exercise form. The reason for this is that the hamstrings are primarily fast twitch muscle fibers, and they respond best to explosive type of training. The next exercise that I'm moving on to after leg curls is high rep deadlifts. Now you'll notice here that I'm using lifting chalk on my hands to help reinforce my grip. I prefer to use just my natural grip rather than using lifting straps and things like that, because I want to build up my grip strength in my forearms as well. So I'll set up very similar to how I would if I was doing just a regular conventional deadlift. But you'll notice that as I do the exercise, I don't let the weight go all the way to the bottom, nor do I really fully lock it out at the top. It's kind of just a mid-range motion here and pumping out rep after rep. So I'll do this for 2 sets of 20 reps and just really focus on working the lower back, the glutes, and the hamstrings. Again, this is a great assistant exercise that works, all those major muscle groups, and it'll really help to bring up your squat and your deadlift. Now I'm going to move on and do some work for the abdominals. I like to train my abs using resistance exercises rather than just pumping out high rep body weight exercises like crunches and things like that. So this exercise that I'm doing right here is the Pulldown Ab Crunch, and the great thing about this is it works the abs standing up. Because when you're doing exercises, like squats and deadlifts, your abs have to come into play and stabilize your body in a standing position. So again, this is one of those rare exercises which you're actually working your abs from a standing position. And the great thing about it is that it works the entire front midsection muscles. So you're working, your upper abs, your lower abs, your hip flexors, everything comes into play in this exercise. I'm going to finish up the workout with pull-throughs from the low pulley cable. Now you can see here in the video that I'm actually adding weight to the weight stack, because one of the problems that you're going to run into with this exercise is that the typical weight stacks at most gyms are not heavy enough. In fact, I'd say that the average guy would literally max out the weight stack in his gym within a couple months of doing this exercise on a regular basis. The exercise itself is a very unique movement because it will work the hamstrings, glutes, and lower back and give you a really good stretch in the bottom of the movement, and it provides constant tension because we're using cables for resistance. I'll often work this exercise back and forth with the previous ab exercise. So I'll do a set of pull down abs, and then I'll do a set of pull throughs from the low pulley cable, and I just alternate them back and forth. For more workout programs and training tips, be sure to check out my website at www.leehayward.com. And while you're there, sign up for my free 10-part bodybuilding tips email course. In this free e-course, you'll get some killer tips and tricks that'll help you build lean muscle, burn off stubborn body fat, and get a ripped athletic physique.